Did you know that 85% of your brain's growth happens during play in childhood? Yet, as we grow older, we often stop playing and wonder why our creativity fades. It's shocking, but true. Adults who engage in playful activities have been shown to be 60% more likely to find innovative solutions to problems. Still, most of us think of play as a waste of time. What if I told you that play is not just for kids, but a secret weapon for boosting creativity? It's not just about having fun, it's about unlocking your brain's potential and improving your ability to think outside the box. In this video, we'll explore how play fuels creativity, why adults need to embrace it, and simple strategies you can use every day to spark new ideas. Stay tuned as we dive into the science of play, the surprising benefits it offers, and why you might need to start playing more to unlock your full creative power. You're about to discover how play can transform your work, your thinking, and your life. Chapter 1. Unlocking the child within. Reclaiming the power of play. Creativity is often locked away behind the walls of adulthood. We forget how to play. But play is essential for creative thinking. In fact, studies show that when children engage in play, their brains form millions of new connections. This is why it's often said that play is the foundation of learning and creativity. But as we grow older, we lose touch with that natural ability to explore, create, and imagine without boundaries. The first step to unlocking your creativity is reclaiming your inner child. Children aren't afraid to fail, they experiment, they get messy, and they make mistakes. And it's in these moments that their creativity thrives. One great way to reconnect with play is by starting small. Take 10 minutes a day to doodle, build something with Lego, or even just go outside and play. It doesn't matter if it's productive, just have fun. It's about opening your mind to new possibilities without judgment. In his book The Creative Habit, Twyla Tharp talks about how routine can stifle creativity. She says, you need to create before you can do. By engaging in play, you prime your brain to think freely, allowing fresh ideas to emerge. This doesn't just apply to artists or writers. Play benefits everyone, from engineers to entrepreneurs. In fact, Google has incorporated playful elements like slides in their offices because they know play boosts creative thinking. Remember, creativity isn't about being serious all the time. It's about tapping into that childlike curiosity and wonder. Don't be afraid to play with ideas, even if they seem silly at first. Sometimes, the best ideas come when we stop overthinking and simply have fun. Chapter 2. The Playful Brain. Why creativity needs freedom, not structure. Creativity needs freedom to thrive. The best ideas don't come from rigid schedules or tight rules. They come from exploration, from wandering off the beaten path. When we let our minds roam freely, we allow them to make unexpected connections. This is the true power of play. It removes the constraints that often limit our thinking. According to Dr. Stuart Brown, the founder of the National Institute for Play, play is essential for our mental and emotional well-being. He argues that the brain needs play to fully develop. When you allow yourself to play, your brain enters a state of flow, a term popularized by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. In this state, creativity naturally flourishes. Ideas come faster, and problems feel easier to solve. To harness this power, try allowing yourself to play with your projects. Set aside time each day for brainstorming without any set agenda. This means stepping away from your to-do list and thinking freely. For instance, use mind mapping to explore ideas without worrying about structure. You might find that your best work happens when you're not forcing it. In her book Big Magic, Elizabeth Gilbert emphasizes that creativity often thrives when we let go of the need for perfection. She writes, you do not have to be fearless, you just have to be brave. Taking a playful approach to your creative process lets you embrace uncertainty without fear of failure. In fact, it's often in those uncertain, playful moments that breakthroughs occur. Creativity isn't a product of overthinking, it's a result of exploring freely. So give your brain the freedom it needs by incorporating more play into your daily routine. Chapter 3. Messy Play. The art of embracing chaos. Sometimes, the best way to spark creativity is to embrace the mess. Creativity doesn't always come neatly packaged. In fact, it's often born out of chaos. Think about it. Messy desks, disorganized ideas, and unexpected accidents often lead to some of the most original creations. One study published in the Psychological Science Journal found that people who worked in messy environments were more creative than those in tidy spaces. The researchers found that clutter and chaos can stimulate creativity by encouraging people to think outside the box. So, next time you see your desk in disarray, don't stress. Your brain might actually be benefiting from it. Playing in the mess means letting go of perfection. It means trying things that might not work and exploring new ideas that could lead you down unexpected paths. Picasso, one of the most creative minds in history, once said, "Every act of creation is first an act of destruction." To create, you often have to break things down and start from scratch. Embrace that destruction as part of the creative process. You can also play with chaos by introducing random elements into your work. Try something totally different. If you're a writer, switch genres for a day. If you're an artist, use new materials and techniques. These disruptions can push you to think in ways you haven't before. Take the advice of writer and artist Julia Cameron, who says, "Allow yourself to make mistakes. Mistakes lead to discoveries, and discoveries lead to creativity." Creativity thrives in the messy moments of life. By embracing chaos and allowing yourself to explore without a set plan, you give your mind the freedom it needs to innovate. So, get messy. Your creativity will thank you for it. Don't forget to subscribe to get more creative tips and tricks that you won't find anywhere else. Chapter 4. The Play Creativity Connection. Lessons from Play Therapy. Play isn't just for kids. It's a powerful tool used in therapy to unlock creativity and emotional expression. In play therapy, adults and children alike can explore their thoughts and feelings through play. It's based on the idea that play allows people to express emotions and solve problems in a non-threatening way. This same idea can help boost creativity. Dr. Gary Landreth, a pioneer in play therapy, emphasizes that play is a language that helps people communicate when words fail. According to Landreth, play is the most natural way children express themselves. But it's not just for kids. Adults can benefit from play therapy techniques too. The act of playing helps us access parts of our brain that are typically blocked by stress or self-doubt, giving us new ways to think creatively. Research shows that people who engage in playful activities are better at problem solving. In one study, participants who played a game for just 10 minutes before working on a creative task showed improved performance. It's simple. The less stressed and more relaxed you are, the better your creative thinking becomes. Play therapy techniques like role-playing or improvisation can spark your imagination and help you approach challenges from different angles. By pretending to be someone else or stepping into a new scenario, you break free from conventional thinking. Creativity thrives in this space where new perspectives are born from play. Take a tip from The Creative Habit by Twyla Tharp, who suggests doing something you wouldn't normally do to get your creative juices flowing. This could mean playing a new instrument, trying out a different hobby, or engaging in playful acts that take you outside your comfort zone. These experiences allow your mind to tap into fresh ideas, helping you think creatively when facing problems in your regular life or work. Sometimes, it's important to give yourself permission to play. This isn't about wasting time, it's about nurturing your creativity and exploring new possibilities. Try applying some play therapy principles, and you might just find your creative flow. Chapter 5. The Power of Playful Constraints. Finding freedom within limits. It may sound contradictory, but sometimes having limitations actually boosts creativity. The concept of playful constraints involves setting specific rules or boundaries within which you can create, and it sparks your imagination to work within those limits. A great example of this is the concept of constraints, used in design and creative challenges. In one famous study, creative writing students were given the constraint of writing a story without using the letter E. The result? Many wrote highly original, creative pieces. By giving yourself limits, you challenge your brain to think outside the box and explore new methods of creation. In her book Steal Like an Artist, Austin Kleon discusses how restrictions can be a blessing. She writes, Creativity thrives within boundaries. This means that when you take away the freedom to do anything, your mind has to focus on the task at hand and find the most innovative way to complete it. A good strategy is to give yourself a creative challenge. It could be writing a song in a genre you don't usually work in, creating a painting with only 3 colors, or designing a product using just 5 materials. These self-imposed limits force you to push boundaries and think differently. Constraints give your creativity direction, making it more focused and productive. The famous writer Dr. Seuss is a great example of how limitations fuel creativity. He once wrote an entire book, Green Eggs and Ham, using only 50 different words. By limiting himself, he came up with one of the most successful children's books of all time. This illustrates how embracing constraints can lead to groundbreaking creativity. Embracing constraints in play encourages innovative thinking, and by playing within boundaries, you open yourself to new possibilities you might not have considered otherwise. Set creative challenges for yourself, and watch your creativity soar. Chapter 6. Play as a mindset. How to integrate fun into your creative routine. Creativity is not just something that happens in bursts of inspiration. It's a mindset that you can nurture and develop over time. One of the easiest ways to tap into this mindset is by integrating play into your daily routine. Instead of thinking of play as a separate activity, make it a part of your creative process. The key is to see play as a way to shift your mindset, not as an indulgence or distraction. Play allows you to step away from the serious work of creation and approach challenges with fresh eyes. As author and artist John Cleese once said, "Creativity is not a talent. It is a way of operating. Play is a way to operate creatively." One simple way to incorporate play is to build playtime into your schedule. Give yourself permission to explore ideas without any specific goal. For example, spend 15 minutes drawing anything that comes to mind, or write down random thoughts and ideas on a sticky note wall. The goal is not to produce anything but simply to enjoy the act of creation. The idea of playful exploration is central in The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. She stresses the importance of allowing yourself to explore without pressure. Cameron's advice is simple: you have to make time for play every day. Whether it's through doodling, improvising a song, or even daydreaming, creating time for play is essential for nurturing your creative process. Incorporating fun doesn't just involve setting aside time to play. It's about shifting your attitude toward tasks. Instead of thinking of challenges as obstacles, view them as opportunities for playful exploration. For example, if you're working on a project, approach it as if you're playing a game. Take risks, make mistakes, and enjoy the process. Studies have shown that play can reduce stress and increase productivity, and when we make play part of our routine, we help our brains stay flexible and open to new ideas. The result? A more creative, innovative, and stress-free approach to work and life. To maintain a creative mindset, don't wait for inspiration to strike. Create opportunities for fun, and let the playful process guide you. The more you integrate play into your daily routine, the more your creativity will flow naturally. Make sure to subscribe for more tips on how to make play a powerful part of your creative journey. By focusing on play, you'll unlock new perspectives, reduce stress, and open up creative pathways you didn't know existed. Whether it's through play therapy, playful constraints, or simply making fun a part of your routine, play is the secret ingredient to sustained creativity.